Saturday. We got a great topic for everybody today. And while people come in, I just want to let you all know this is actually one of our new channels, one of our new projects that we're doing right now and we'll be doing in the future. It's called the Underground Wealth Road. It is a community of like-minded individuals that just focus on building wealth for their families using the hidden and areas that they really don't tell us about when it comes to investing or saving or credit or things like that. So make sure that you tune in to all of the great things that we have coming here with the Underground Wealth Road. Make sure that you join us. Make sure that you are in fact on the money train. So today we got a really hot topic today. And this is going to be a really good topic. I have some good information that we're going to be dropping today, and that's whether you are an experienced investor, whether you are just getting started, or whether you don't even know how to trade stocks. I mean, sometimes if you don't know how to trade stocks, it's one of those things you might be missing out on. So let me check on a few things here, and we're going to go ahead and get started. The phone lines are going to be open today. The phone lines are open today. So make sure that you are ready to call in if you have questions, if you have like a certain stock that you are looking at and that you want to invest in. Make sure that you call in today about that. Getting some things set up here on the back end just to make sure everything is set before we go ahead and go. And we're just gonna go ahead and remove this. Yeah, I had another live that we were doing earlier, and that was still scheduled, so I didn't want you all to get that mixed up. That being said, welcome to the Underground Wealth Road. I'm Mark Jenkins. Let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so here we go. 5 reasons that the stock market can't crash for you. There's been so much talk about, stock markets crash. I mean, like if you go to a family reunion or something like that and you're talking with people who don't invest, that's the first thing they're going to say. They're going to be like, man, don't get into that. You're going to lose all of your money and, it's not going to be good for you. Then you cut on the news and they're like, the Dow Jones had its worst day since October. And you're like, man, I really don't want to get into this. I don't, but that's not what the people who are smart are doing. The smart money, they understand that technically the stock market can't crash. And if you're not investing, that's one of the things that you really want to make sure that you get into, make sure that you learn about, because, if you're not investing, I want you to look at your money like this, right? Your money is like a military. You and your bank account, that is a military. And what your job is as a military is obviously to go out and conquer and take prisoners or casualties or however you want to put that. So with your bank account, with every single dollar, we want to look at that as an army. Like every single dollar is a soldier in your army to go out there and to take other dollars and then to bring them back as prisoners to your bank account. I think that's probably why they put dead people on money. I mean, they probably could have did a lot of different things with what they put on money, but the reason why they put dead people on money is because those are like those dead soldiers. Those are those people in your military that you're counting up the dead. All right. So if you're not into investing, you really want to make sure that you get into it, whether it's stocks, crypto, Forex. Today we're going to get into the money. Like we got some gems that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how to, really be able to make some money in the stock market, but also why you really shouldn't be afraid of the stock market crashing, because the stock market isn't going to crash. You're not going to wake up one day and all of your money is gone, nor are you going to wake up and, next thing you know, like stock market's not worth anything. That's just not the way that things work, and I don't want you to think that. So if you're not investing, don't feel that way. If you are investing, then you should always really be optimistic about the next trading day. right? The next trading day is always bank if you're doing a lot of investing. But that being said, make sure you all comment below, like, what do you all think about, what's going on in the stock market? Do you think that it's going to crash? Do you think that it's going to correct? I mean, what do you honestly think is going to happen? I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. So many people talking about things going on with the economy, and there are so many other things going on right now, like with like the supply chain. So shortages. There's like the housing market that's like going crazy, but it seems like that bubble is starting to burst. If you saw our other video earlier this week. So that being said, like, comment below, like, what do you think? Are you one of those people who are like, it doesn't matter what the economy does, you're just gonna like trade Bitcoin and Dogecoin and things like that? Like, if that's you, then comment below. But what we're gonna get into today is 5 reasons why the stock market cannot crash. You can always make money in the stock market. All right, so before that, let's see what the experts are saying. That's what I like to hear, because some of these experts and these pundits, like, they're getting paid a lot of money to talk about it. So let's go ahead. All right, so we got an article here that is from Business Insider here. I don't know why you all can't see that. Let me get that straightened out for you all. Give me 1 second here. There we go. There it goes. It was hiding. All right, didn't want to hide the fact that they were not telling the truth here. All right, so here we go. This is from Business Insider, this is from Business Insider. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the author Robert Kiyosaki tells investors to prepare for a terrifying market crash. All right, so here you go. You got the guy who wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and he's like, man, you all better get ready, because things are gonna like really get bad. There's gonna be bombs going off, hence, why we got the Bomb Squad shirt on today. Although I am actually on Team Skywalker for today's purposes. But here it is. Robert Kiyosaki warned investors not to assume the bull market will continue for years. All right. Well, let's see. I mean, do you like the bull market? Are you making a lot of money in the bull market? If you are, I mean, why would you want to stop it? Who would ever want to stop the bull market? Who wants to stop the money that's, being made in these markets, right? But Robert Kiyosaki says that it's not gonna last forever. Then you got the Rich Dad Poor Dad out there caution asset prices could plummet without warning. So that is interesting. Let's see what he has to say about that as well too. And he said that booms are fun and exciting while crashes are horrifying. But that's the reason why you are here today, because I'm going to tell you 5 reasons why the market can't crash. And I'm not Robert Kiyosaki. He has a lot more money than me. But in this matter, money doesn't matter, because this is my opinion and everybody is entitled to that. So we're going to go ahead and jump more into this article, and then we'll go ahead and get into our opinion on the situation. So you can, pick who you want. Do you believe Robert, or do you believe MJ? Somebody who's like you, and somebody who is a multi-billionaire. Totally up to you. There's no right or wrong answer. Hey, I'm not gonna fault you if you say, you know what, forget about what you're talking. I'm gonna go with Robert. Hey, I will see you at the finish line either way. All right. So back to the article. He says, Rich Dad Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki warned investors not to get complacent and take the bull market for granted. All right, you should never take any thing for granted, let alone the bull market, stock market, any investments. Always be on your toes when you're doing that kind of stuff. All right. Everyone says the market will stay up 2 more years. He said, what if the bottom falls out tonight? Will you be richer or poorer? That is a really good question, right? And so I just want to touch on that really quick. We're going to get to this later on in the video, or later on in the broadcast here today, is that he said, if the market falls tonight, will you be richer or poorer? Remember that question, because I'm going to answer that question for you as we go through the video, broadcast, or video. You get what I'm saying. As we go through that today, I'll break that down for you so you can actually know what's going on with that. But moving back into the article here, let's see what this guy here. All right, Kiyosaki, the founder of Rich Global and Rich Dad Company, has been sounding the alarm on a massive sell-off for a while. He warned last month that markets are careening towards the biggest crash in world history. The biggest crash in world history, and advised investors buy gold, silver, and Bitcoin to insulate their fortunes. Which brings me to one of my first points here in the article, or I don't know what point I'm on. One of the things is, like, you got to remember that with anybody, you know, people are going to speak to their benefit. So, like, if there's something that is going to benefit somebody, they're going to speak to that benefit. And you can bet your bottom dollar that he has positions in everything that he just mentioned. He has positions in gold. He has positions in silver. He has positions in Bitcoin. So let's just say, for example, everybody listened to what he said, and they said the market's going to crash because Robert Kiyosaki said that. And then, you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and sell everything and buy gold. While he's already got his positions in gold, gold skyrockets to maybe $4,000 or $5,000. He makes a killing, easy money. So you see influencers and do this all the time. So like when Elon Musk says stuff about Dogecoin or Bitcoin, and it pretty much yo-yos the market because so many people are sheep, and they don't really, you know, think about how they're gonna trade. Not to say that they're not gonna make money. Sheeping is a strategy for some people. There's nothing wrong with that. If it works for you, it works for you. But as you can see, you know, when people are talking about what's gonna happen in the market, you gotta look at how do they really benefit from that. Like Robert Kiyosaki, he's got millions, probably billions of dollars, and you're saying that it's gonna be a terrifying market crash so you can influence a sell-off, and then at the very bottom you can buy everything for pennies on the dollar and ride it back up. That's my opinion. That's kind of like what it sounds like to me. All right, so back into the article here. Well, that's actually it. I got to the bottom, right? So they talk about Michael Burry at the bottom. Michael Burry is famous for shorting the housing market before the housing crash 13 years ago, right? And so that's his thing, right? So here you have it. You've got an investor here. You got Robert Kiyosaki, and he's basically saying that there's going to be a terrifying market crash. All right. Now, this information is so valuable because what I'm going to tell you today and what I'm going to explain to you today are 5 reasons even somebody like Robert Kiyosaki is wrong unless he's playing possum. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into reason 1. All right. Because I know that you all want to go ahead and get started with this broadcast. You're trying to figure out what's going on. Here we go. Reason number 1, that the stock market will never crash for you. All right. Here's reason number 1. Reason number 1 is actually a question. Is the stock market crash even possible with all of the money printing, with all of the stimulus, and with the Federal Reserve in action, buying up assets, doing all these types of things? My opinion is no. All right. Because you've got all these people that were supposed to lose these homes. What did the Federal Reserve do? Print more money. Yeah, all these businesses that, you know, should have been closed. I mean, everybody closed down for a year, sometimes even longer than that in certain places. But what happened? The Federal Reserve, they came in. Even back in 2008, even back in 2008 when the market did tank, how did it come back? Like, how did we get back? Like, if you're paying attention, nothing got that great from 2008 till now. Like, you're not making that much more money. You're not doing a ton of different things that much differently than 2008, except using different technology. Nobody's really making that much more money, but the Federal Reserve is the one who saved it. So when you're thinking about is the market gonna crash if you don't understand the Federal Reserve's role in everything and how they prop up the markets, they keep interest rates low, and they keep liquidity flowing. All right. And if some of these terms sound crazy to you, don't worry. Like, I'm gonna keep it as simple as possible because that's how I like it. I like to keep it simple, right? But the Fed is going to continue to buy up literally everything, as we have here in this article here. Also, again, from the Business Insider, where it talks about why are the stocks soaring as the economy melts down. All right. So you can take a few things from that title in itself. It's just, first of all, if stocks are soaring and the economy is melting down and you're not invested in stocks, you're part of the melting down economy. I mean, am I wrong on that? Like, comment below. Like, did I say something wrong on that? If the stocks market is soaring and you are not involved in it, and you are not investing in it, and you don't know anything about it, and you're just part of the economy, you're the one that's melting down. All right. Why? Because you have the Federal Reserve, which is coming in and buying everything. Here we go. So it says the stock market climbed for a second straight week, ignoring gloomy economic forecasts and bleak data as traders find silver lining in the Federal Reserve, right? So traders are finding a silver lining in the Federal Reserve. Traders are saying, you know what? Screw the numbers. I don't care about the jobs report, which is terrible. I don't care about the millions of evictions, which is terrible. I don't care about the trillions of dollars that have been printed, which is terrible. Everything goes against sound economic policy and what they teach you about economics, for those of people who pursue those actual degrees. But this is all like modern monetary theory going crazy, right? So when you have, the Fed stepping in like that, that's, like I said, top reason right there. Well, I can't say the top reason because I got some better stuff for you, right? But that's reason number one, that you don't really have to worry about the stock market crashing. You don't have to worry about the stock market going down because the Fed will be there, all right? Like a good neighbor, the Fed is there. In recent weeks, the Fed has used both old and new management programs to ensure credit flows where it's needed, signaling to investors that the public health crisis won't necessarily translate into a financial market collapse. All right. Same thing. Once again, like, where are they getting this stuff from? They just like coming with like money out of nowhere. Like, that's like you telling me, Mark, I'm gonna loan you, $100. And I tell you, okay, instead of $100, you know what? I'm gonna give you a pair of Jordans, right? But I tell you, I'm gonna give you a pair of Jordans next week. All right. Then next week comes around and tell you, I don't have your $100. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a pair of used Jordans. But I still don't have it yet. I said, I need more time. Give me a pair. I'm going to give you a pair of used Jordans. They're some real nice ones. All right. A few weeks go by. You're like, Mark, where is my money? And I'm like, look, man, I need more time. But I tell you what, when I do pay you, bro, I'm going to give you 5 pairs of used, exclusive, original Jordans, right? By the time a year go by, I'm telling you, man, I'm going to give you, I'll give you 20 pairs of fake J's for that same $100. That's essentially what's going on with the money markets and with our money right now, is that, we owe people money. Like, the money that we have going on in this country, we owe people money. And the Federal Reserve, they're stepping in and saying, hey, here's new money that was created to cover the old money that was already owed, and we're just going to pay you more. But the stuff that we're giving you isn't real. It's created money. Nonetheless, you guys get the point. So, like, reason number one why the market can't crash for you is really outside of you. Reason number one is actually outside of you, but the Federal Reserve is not going to allow the market to crash. There are several reasons why people would say that the Federal Reserve isn't going to allow the market to crash, but the top reason is there's so much attention on the Federal Reserve. At the end of the day, you gotta remember, these folks, they're a company too. They gotta make their money too, even though they're making a killing and we don't even have any idea of how much money they make. Nonetheless, they're a company too. They got to make their money. So they're not going to let the markets crash and everybody point the finger at them, because then if we start pointing the finger at the Federal Reserve and saying, hey, you're the reason why the markets crashed when everything was going great, then we're going to just get rid of the Fed, and then they're not going to want that. They are unfortunately probably never going anywhere. All right. So that brings us to reason number 2. All right. And if you're enjoying this content, make sure that you like, make sure that you share, make sure that you subscribe, and continue with some of the things that we're going to be doing here, because I'm telling you, this information is information that you're really not going to get anywhere else. Not going to give you this information anywhere else. All right. And so we're going to go ahead and jump into reason number 2 today. But before we do that, my bad. Before we do that, if you heard reason 1, comment below. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I mean, what do you do? I mean, come on. Give me some feedback. Let me know what's going on. All right. Before we get into reason number 2. All right, I'm pulling up some stuff for y'all. Just give me a second. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Give me 1 second here. All right. Reason number 2, stock market will never crash for you. Stock market will never crash for you. Reason number 2 is the stock market can't go to zero. And even if it could, it wouldn't be in a straight line. All right. So for those of you who are, new to stocks and new to charts and new to charting, you'll know, you might not know actually if you're new to it, but stocks don't ever move in a straight line. They go up and they go down. Of course, here in this example, we're using Bitcoin. The topic of today also applies to crypto. All right. So I'm using Bitcoin right here because it's an example that almost everybody knows about, that it went up and then that it came down. All right. So, let me just pull up something here before we get going here. But stocks, they never go up or down in a straight line. And that's why you shouldn't really be afraid of trading, or you really shouldn't be afraid of the stock market crashing. I mean, there are so many stocks to choose from. They all can't go down in a straight line in one day. Like, you're not going to wake up and then find that, your money went down to zero. Like, for whatever reason, you wake up and you're like, oh man, I have literally no money now. Like, I've like ran out of money. Like, I've lost my entire investment and now I am broke. So stocks don't go up in a straight or down line, but in this case, we're talking about down. And as you can see, like, okay, a lot of people would say that Bitcoin, it did crash, right? But it didn't necessarily happen like in a straight line. I mean, it looks pretty straight, right? And that's a 17-day time span, right? Looks straight. You're like, oh my God, what are you talking about? Like, it definitely fell. 25 days, it fell 37%. And a lot of people would say, hey, Bitcoin crashed, that was a crash. But remember the topic and the title of the video: 5 reasons that the stock market can't crash for you. Because if we go back out and we just, zoom in a little bit here and take a look at a more recent chart or a shorter time frame, you can see that although Bitcoin might have had that time where it crashed, 37% in 17 days, you have another pop right here. It's 35% in 11 days. There are plenty of opportunities. I'm sorry, you all can't even see that. Let me go back here. Bam. All right. So there is a 30 some odd percent pop in a couple of days, right? And if you just understand how to read charts, which is why I say why the stock market can't crash for you, then you don't really have to ever really worry about the stock market crashing. Here's another 11% in 2 days. So if you look at it in comparison, when you're looking at all of these swings that Bitcoin makes, and these aren't even the best ones, but I mean, like I said, 11% in 2 days, 12% in 2 days, you don't have to worry about the market crashing ever for you. Now, everybody else who doesn't really understand how to read charts and digest this information, then you really probably shouldn't even be investing in the first place. But the reason why the stock market can't crash for you, and then number two, the second reason why the stock market can't crash for you, is because stocks do not fall in a straight line. They do not. They go up and they go down like all of the time. All right. So that being said, that is reason number two of why stocks cannot crash for you. I don't care what Robert Kiyosaki says. They can't crash for me. They can't crash for you. And that's reason number two. Now that brings us to almost the halfway point, because we got reason number two out the way. We've got 5 reasons on the radar today, or on the list today, is upcoming. We have our upcoming release of our book called The Cure. All right. It is a cure to all of your financial worries and all of your financial woes, right? The Cure is going to give you a solid, easy to follow understanding and strategy on how to make money in stocks, crypto, options, pretty much anything that has a chart on it. You're going to be able to make money off of it using The Cure. So make sure that you stay tuned. Make sure that you stay subscribed. We are going to be dropping some coupon codes in the future, different things like that, where you can actually get some savings. And then also pre-orders will be starting soon for The Cure as well. So I just wanted to drop that, let you know, like, if you don't know how to get into stocks, or if you're into stocks, you still need the information that's in The Cure. All right. Because it's going to break down things for you on the fundamental level in one organized place. And you get to hear our strategy, right? Get to hear our strategy. I guarantee you the money you spend on the book, you'll make it back. So it pays for itself. I'm giving you something that pays for itself, plus you make money off of. Check out The Cure. It is coming soon in the near future. We're going to have a release date on that soon. Working very hard on that. And then also the Stock Alerts program, right? InstantStockAlerts.com is coming soon as well. To where you get text messages every time that a stock that you're interested in, or a stock that you should be interested in, is actually going on a bull run and making money. You get a notification directly to your phone so you can assess what you need to do. Maybe you buy it, maybe you watch it, but hey, you'll at least be in the loop. You'll know what's going on. The initial program, I believe, is going to start around $25 per month. So that's less than $1 per day to get 15 or 20 stock ideas directly to your phone when they're actually making moves and going on a bull run or going up, right? So that's good. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and jump back into the broadcast here today. 5 reasons why the stock market can't crash for you. All right, I gotta pull up another screen actually to go over my next point, because I know you all like to be able to see the type of stuff that I'm looking at, so you all can be able to kind of get a reference on the situation. You're like, oh, okay, that's the website he's using. Oh, okay, that's the type of stuff he's looking at. Great. All right, so let's go here, and I just want to hit that button there, and bam. All right, this is where I am, and I'm going to zoom this in for you all so you all can see this right here. And this is another reason why I tell you that the stock market really, it can never crash for you. Reason number 3 is because there are winners every single day. And when I'm talking about winners, I'm not talking about 2% or 3%. Every single day, there are stocks that go up 50%, 60%. 40%, 30%, 20%, 17%, 12%, all different types of percents, which make you a lot of cash, right? Makes you a lot of cash. I'm gonna throw a couple of dollars on that, right? I forgot. Throw a couple of dollars on that, right? Throw a couple of dollars on that, all right? Every single day, there are winners, and if you do not believe me, here is the proof. Bam. All right, so if we jump here, let's take a look. This is just yesterday's winners here, all right? So you've got all these companies here that you could have made a ton of money on, but you are too busy not understanding what's going on in the market, right? And you don't want any piece of this. You don't want any piece of all this money that is flowing through the market because you believe people are telling you, you're like, you know what? The stock market is going to crash. I'm going to stay out of it. I'm not getting into it. I'm just not going to fool around with it, right? And so for you, you know, it's no big deal. You're like, you know what, man, man, ain't nothing happening in the stock market. Well, I'll tell you what, you're missing, right? You're missing a lot of, keep skipping it. You just go ahead. Wait a minute. You're missing a lot of money. You're missing a lot of money. All right. Because what goes on, reason number 3, every day there are winners, big winners. All right. Biggest winner from yesterday went up 89% in a day. So you almost doubled your money in one day. If you are trading shares, if you're trading options, hey, you're probably headed to Jamaica right now. All right. Off of that. I don't know if you can put options on that, but you get what I'm saying. All right. Cakes and Auto Holdings, 89% up. Excuse me. Ooh. Spirit 3D, 41% up. Westport Fuel, almost 30% up. SC Works, 26% up. I mean, even if we just scroll down the list, how many stocks were there yesterday? Let's just say they did at least 10%. Let's go down here. All right, there were 71 stocks yesterday that went up at least 10%. All right, 71. You have 71 different options to pick from, or excuse me, 71 different choices to choose from stocks that went up 10% yesterday. How long does it take you to get you a raise? How long does it take you to make some extra money off a side hustle or a side business? How long does it take you to get money off that rental property that you got, right? And here you have an example of where just one day you have 71 stocks that went up at least 10%. And this happens every single day. It happens every single day. And for the life of me, I can't understand why somebody like Robert Kiyosaki would be telling you that there's going to be a terrifying stock market crash if every single day there are stocks that are going up every single day, or at least on Friday, right? Which really wasn't a magnificent day for stocks anyway. 71 stocks went up at least 10%. You can go ahead and believe that the stock market is going to crash. There are billions of dollars that were made on these 71 stocks, plus other ones. But these 71 stocks here, they went up, right? And every single day, there are stocks that are going to do this. Now, how do you know? Well, part of it is you have to actually get the alerts. Get the alerts that we have. Some of these stocks were on our list. We're not going to go down into the alerts right now. I'll say that for another day. But some of these were on the alerts. They went up 10%. And for those of you like who are new to investing, you're like, man, that ain't nothing. All right. Well, you know, for a lot of people who are managing your money, like your 401k never went up 89% in a day or a year, or, you know, it just doesn't happen, right? And you had the opportunity yesterday to catch something that went up 89%. Now, I know some of you are like, man, how are you going to catch 89%? I'm gonna catch 89%, man. You gotta understand how to read the charts. Get the cure. Get the cure. I mean, we got all that stuff in there for you on how to be able to find those stocks that are going up in a day, 30, 40, 10%. Whatever your goal is, I'm gonna teach you how to do it step by step. Step by step. So y'all continue to rock with me. Y'all continue to tune in, because I mean, some of the stuff we're gonna be dropping, I'm telling you, people not gonna take the time to break this down to you, or they don't know, or it's gonna cost a lot of money, or it's gonna be like exclusive, like on Patreon. Like, y'all take advantage of the free information that's available right now. Cause look, man, when my platform grows and as we grow, I'm taking my stuff to Patreon too. Cause these gems that we dropping, hey, it's all the underground wealth road. And I'm just the conductor here, and I'm telling you, we going places, we going to the wealth, we using the secret roadmap to get to where we need to get to. All right. But reason number 3 that stocks can't crash is because every single day there are not only just winners, there are big winners. So the reason why the stock market can't crash for you is because if you understand how to find those big winners on a daily basis, if you understand the stuff that we're going to be teaching you in the Cure, which is only a 2.5 hour course that will change your life and your like wealth trajectory for your family and everything, you're going to be able to know that. So that's reason number 3. All right. There are winners every single day. All right. Now let's go to reason number 4. Reason number 4 is the stock market cannot crash for you is the stock market is always trying to find its balance, but it is impossible to. All right. It's impossible to. That is a money gem right there. Right. So every single day, every single stock, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. And what is it trying to do over the long term? All right. So we can take a look at a stock here. Let's go. Let's see. Let's check out a stock here. I'll pick. Let's pick out Tesla. You guys love Tesla. Let's go to Tesla. Let's go to Tesla. Tesla. You guys plan on buying a Tesla? You know, you guys like want to plan on buying a Tesla? Good question. All right. Me, I like them. I like the Plaid. I like the one that like goes like faster than the Hellcat. Love it. All right. So here we go. Let's take a look at Tesla. All right. And here you go. Stocks are always going up and going down. Let me go back to the point so I can actually remember what is being said. It is always trying to find equilibrium, always trying to find its balance. And I'm sorry for going back and forth here. I'm trying to get settled where I'm trying to go with it. All right, stock market's always trying to find its balance. Now, if you're looking at Tesla, looks like a pretty safe bet. You know, you just put your money in and you just let it ride. Like it's pretty smooth ride upward. And that's true. But it just depends on how you're looking at it and really like what time frame. Because see, this time frame is the 5-year on the Tesla. If you don't understand time frames, we're going to talk about this in the Cure coming up soon. I'm telling you, like, you all are going to be something special for your family and your future after you get the Cure. Not the Cure, not the other Cure though. Not after that, right? But if we take a look here, all right, so this is 5 years. So I was like, man, yeah, Tesla looks good. It's always on the way up. You know, I just put my money in and just let it go. All right, cool. All right, that's on the 5 year, right? So now let's look at the 1 year, right? And it's still like, hey, it goes up. I, could have took my money and put it in back here, and then let's say I just rolled it all the way up here. All right, it's 179% over 47 days, right? Looks pretty good, right? All right. So over the long term, okay, great, right? You guys don't have 400. You're not gonna wait 400 days, right? So if we take a shorter look here, right? As you can see here, even over something on the 3-month time frame here, you can tell like stock market goes up and it goes down, right? And so technically, for you, if you understand how to read charts, stock market really can never crash, right? Because it's gonna go up and it's gonna go down, because the stock market is equivalent to like a lake, right? I guess I don't want to say equivalent, but I'll give you an example using a lake, right? If I take this fidget cube, right, and I throw it in a lake that has been sitting still forever, like it's just been sitting still, right? And I throw it in the center, and next thing you know, there's going to be ripples, there's going to be waves. And the entire time while those waves are going through that lake, what the lake or the water in the lake is trying to do is it's trying to get back to getting flat. right? It's trying to get back to getting flat, right? But it never can, right? Because people like me, I'm coming back the next day, I'm throwing another cube in the lake, and then I start throwing 5 cubes and 10 cubes. And by the time you know it, I've got all my friends out there and we're throwing cubes in the lake, and it's never going to be flat again, right? And it's the same thing with stocks, or any stock, or technically any investment, right? Never is going to be flat. So the fourth reason why stocks can't crash for you is because it's impossible for the stock market to go flat. It's impossible for it to just like sit still and it never goes up. Goes down, it goes up. It goes down, it goes up. You catch your swings, you make your money. I'm going to teach you all that stuff coming in the future, all right? So before we get to number 5, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank, if you caught it on the replay, make sure that you comment below. Make sure that you subscribe, because we put in a lot of time doing the research to make sure that we can deliver this information to you so that you and your family are benefiting from what's going on and where all the money is being made. That being said, we're going to go and jump into the 5th reason. The 5th reason why the stock market will never crash for you. The 5th reason why the stock market will never crash for you is you can make money whether stocks go up or whether stocks go down, right? So we don't care about the movement in the stock market. I'm just going to continue to use Tesla here for the example here. But you may make money whether stocks go up or whether stocks go down. A lot of you don't know that, but I teach that in our course. In our course, The Cure, I teach you about call options and put options and going long and going short, and all the different things that go into that and how to make money off of that. But a lot of you all don't know, which is why you're afraid of the stock market, which is why you're afraid of investing. You think that if the stock goes down or if the stock market crashes, you can't make money. That's part of the reason why Robert Kiyosaki is probably trying to, use his clout to say that the stock market is going to crash, is because this guy's probably going short on everything. Like, he's going to make a killing whether the stock market goes up or down. And that's what you really have to realize. Like, you're really going to have to start realizing that, the stock market, it goes up, it goes down, just like some of the other points that we talked about in the video today. But at the end of the day, you can make money whether the stock market goes up or goes down. And I won't do the calculations on it. Like, I won't do the calculations on that for you all today. I won't teach you exactly how it's done because, it's one of those things, I was taking a notification, but it's just one of those things to where get the course. You want it, get the course. Most affordable stock course, most complete, most affordable stock course that I know of. Okay, and come on in, come on and learn. So let's go ahead, and I want to show you all something real quick. Let me just show y'all something here. Here we go. We're back at Tesla. We're still at Tesla. All right. So we just talk about this instance here, right, where it went on this run over 95% in 85 days. So let's just say you held on to Tesla that long, which I probably never hold a stock 85 days. Not that I'm against it, but I trade every day. I'm like in and out. Give me my money and I am gone, right? So 94% over 85 days, right? So you made that money, 94%. All right, cool. So let's just say you decide to sell, but you can actually ride the market back down and make more money. So you can take the market down 20% in the next 50 days and make a lot of money. All right. Or you can take it down the next 27% in the next 126 days, right? These are just examples of all of the different types of ways and the types of swings. And it's not even just about like having a short period swing like that. Because I know a lot of you all are going to say, well, man, like that takes too long. And I mean, I get it. You know, I'm impatient. You know, too sometimes when it comes to investing in all different types of things. So if you don't like that, then you know you can really just you know, you can take you some shorter swings. Right here, it's like 20% in 2 days, or 57%. You know, in a few days, right? So that just gives you an example of some of the different ways that you can be able to make money, whether stocks go up or go down. You can go long when the stocks are going up. You can buy calls when stocks are going up, and when they're going down, you can sell calls or buy puts. And if you don't understand that terminology, then you definitely should set a few dollars aside for when the cure comes out. But that being said, I wanted to share with you all 5 reasons why the stock market will not crash for you if you know how to trade. It doesn't matter what happens in the market, it will never crash. You will always, always, always have the opportunity to make money every single day. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with these points? Do you think that the stock market is going to crash? Are you one of those traders who, you know, you think like me and you're like, you know what, I don't care what happens, there are opportunities every single day? And also, is all of this new to you? Are you interested in learning how to trade? Let me know. I'm actually going to drop some hints and gems, and I guess they call them Easter eggs in some of these videos. So if you see this video right now and you are wanting the stock book, I'm going to give it to one person, and the first person who actually texts me or inboxes me what's going to be the code word. All right, dollar bill. If you text me dollar bill, I will give you the stock book, The Cure, free. All right, so go ahead. We appreciate your support. We're going to be dropping these gems just for you watching to the end. Hopefully you caught this. But comment below, let me know what you think. I appreciate your time. Make sure that you have a wonderful and a safe weekend. It's MJ the Conductor. It's Underground Wealth Road.